Back at it again in the vlog, JoelVlogs. This is real, unfiltered. What's up? Yeah. So I'm at my boy Phil's place, and Catherine. What was I saying?
Catherine, yeah.
Catherine, yes. I don't want to get it wrong. Catherine over there. Catherine is awesome. Nye College alumni. What year, Catherine?
2016.
2016, and Phil?
2015.
2015?
Yeah.
Phil was one of my students.
Joel got me in.
Yeah, Phil's the man. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do a spoiler-free, guys. Spoiler-free.
Spoiler-free.
Spider-Man Homecoming review. So, Phil, what were your thoughts about Spider-Man Homecoming?
It was really refreshing.
Yes.
They highlighted a lot of the antagonist, which I really liked. And
The Vulture? Like who?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked
That's a spoiler. Sorry, Joe spit that spoilers.
man.
Sorry. Yeah,
Well,
but you saw him in the previews. Okay.
Yeah, so Michael Keaton did phenomenal.
Yes, he actually did.
As the antagonist, and it was incredible. Definitely stay for the end credits. It was a fun time.
We want to say the trolliest.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun.
Yeah.
But,
well, there's two, right?
yeah, there's two. There's one in the middle, and then there's one all the way at the end, which is really fun. But overall, the movie was fantastic. I think when you look at the 3 Spider-Man films that have come out.
Is it 4? No, this is the 4th one.
Well,
right?
I mean the 3 installments.
Yeah.
I guess the Tobey Maguire.
Yep.
The Andrew Garfield.
Yep.
And then this one.
Oh yeah, you're
Tom
right.
Holland. So
how many have they given us so far, Phil? It's like 8, 6.
Well, I mean in total, I think it's like 3, 2, 5, 6.
6. So 6.
Yeah,
so
that's
we
6
rate them. What do you think, guys, is the best one? And Phil, what do you think is the best one out of all of them?
Wow. I'm gonna get thrown under the bus here, but my favorite was Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Wow.
I know everybody didn't like Amazing Spider-Man 2 because they felt like there were too many things just happening.
Now remind our crowd which one was that one?
Yeah,
remind me of it.
That was the one with Electrode and
was that the one with Jamie Foxx?
And that was the one with Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx, yo. Jamie Foxx, yo. Shout out to you, Jamie Foxx. I didn't even see that movie because it had Jamie Foxx in it, so I couldn't take it seriously. Alright, back to you, Phil. Yeah.
I liked that one because it really went into Spider-Man's grief.
Really?
And how he lost so much. It really displayed that a lot for me. And I liked it. And I was sitting in a movie theater and it was just me in the movie theater. And it was
just you?
It was heaven. So, it was pretty
Catherine, you didn't go with him to go see Spider-Man 2?
Wait, I didn't?
No, this was back in the day.
Oh, it's back in the day. Oh my gosh.
I wasn't into these things until I dated Phil.
This is guys. This is like, we getting it real right now. We're getting the real. It's real right now. Alright, so then you said Spider-Man 2. Going back to Spider-Man Homecoming, what did you like it? What didn't you like about it?
Spider-Man Homecoming, what I really liked about it was Tom Holland.
Yes.
Tom Holland, he's going to grow into the Spider-Man. In this movie, I mean, he's a freshman, sophomore in high school, so, I mean...
He's 15.
He's not necessarily Spider-Man.
Spider-Kid.
More like a Spider-Kid. But he's going to grow, and I feel like he's going to grow into the Spider-Man, and this was such a tremendous, beginning of the trilogy. What's the next one going to be called? Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Prom, I don't know. But,
yo, my man Phil. Yo, he got jokes, he got jokes, guys. That's good.
Yeah, so,
I like that, man. That's good.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, what I didn't
Spider-Man
like about
puberty, right?
what I didn't like about it, I would definitely have to sit down for that. I mean, I know there were certain things that I didn't like about it, but on the spot right now, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't think of many things that I didn't like about
it. I will say, I want you to think about and react to sort of what I said here. And so me and my boy Joe were saying what we didn't like about it, and I was saying this, is that what I didn't really like about it, without doing any spoilers at all, was actually the character that was the antagonist.
Really?
So when you guys see the movie, I'll see what you think about it.
Really?
You know, the only part is like, so when we see the other movies with the Green Goblin, right?
Michael Keaton.
Like I like Michael Keaton, but he seemed like a guy who could actually take you out because he would give like these not mean specific spoilers alert, no spoilers at all, but he seemed like a guy like even in the previews who could just take you out right at any time. But at the same time, when you're seeing it, he doesn't do that. So there was this like sort of weird sort of middle that he operated in, and that like he has, and obviously this is not a spoiler, there are chances he has to take Spider-Man out, but he doesn't do it even though he sort of like threatens to do it, and it's sort of like, well, what's going on here? So I like how in the other Spider-Mans, how you know, like, Harry Osborn will definitely take you out. Like, he's insane. Where you know Venom's going to take you out.
Right. I understand what you're saying.
But also,
what you're saying.
the surprise of what happens with his prom day, his homecoming day.
Well,
don't spoil. I'm not gonna say it.
Don't spoil.
But that also was. But that also was like, come on, we've seen that already.
Really? I was very surprised.
I was very surprised too, but I was like, we've done this already. Come on, man. It wasn't disappointment. It was good.
Okay.
But I also thought that maybe when that surprise happens, that him, the main antagonist, Michael Keaton and Spider-Man, that he would actually have a like heart-to-heart conversation with him to say, why are you doing this? But he doesn't do that. So it's like,
I have to talk to you on our spoiler review about
yes. So it's like you would think that, but he just literally just gets out of the car. Like what if he actually stayed in the car and talked to him heart to heart? Because we see the result of it at the very end of it. No spoilers alert here. No spoilers at all in this one. But that you actually find out that this bad guy actually has like compassion, and so it's like, good, bad, I don't know, because
I understand
because those bad guys who operate in the middle, you just don't know what they're gonna do. It's like he's good, he's bad, he's bad, he's good.
Again, I would want to talk to you about that in our spoiler.
In spoiler one, okay.
In spoilers.
True.
Because there's some things there that you could dig in. And,
exactly.
Especially when he's talking to a certain character at a certain time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But,
now my favorite one. I want to see what you think about this. What you guys think about this too. Favorite one, Phil. What was your favorite moment that you said? What was your favorite moment?
Favorite moment in the movie?
Yeah.
So Tom Holland, Spider-Man, he's just underneath all of this rubble, and
that was the moment. And I like how they did.
Good.
So when he says that, I think that was the. I love Marvel.
And he hears that. He
exactly.
Hears the quote.
He hears the quote.
Stark, and then he looks in the water.
Yes,
and he sees the
reflection.
And that's
no, we can't say the spoilers. The spoilers. Sorry, guys. Sorry, we described too much. But that was like I love how ever in Marvel, which DC needs to do. I think Wonder Woman did it well.
That was a reflection of the old Spider-Man.
Exactly.
And that was awesome.
And that was the main point of the movie, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's where you got it. And I like how Civil War, I like how all the other ones, you knew what the point... Civil War with having all those heroes in it, you still knew the point of the movie. Like, obviously we can say this because it's been out for a while. If you haven't seen Civil War, I'm sorry, I'm going to give the spoiler. When T'Challa says, the Black Panther says, vengeance has consumed you. I'm not going to let it consume me. That's the point of the movie. And Marvel has done such a good job, even with Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Sure.
Of just telling you this vast story, but it's about like the people and what they go through. And I think that's something DC really needs to do. I think Wonder Woman, it's already been out, so the spoiler there is
I love Wonder Woman.
Phenomenal.
Great movie.
But when she actually realizes, like, when she actually grows up and she has that like temptation from Ares, and she says that statement, which was sort of corny, the whole love thing, still worked out. That was like that one situation that happened. Now, what I loved about it, my favorite moment was because of what he saw in the reflection, right? So my favorite moment of it, guys, was when, this is phenomenal, is when he makes the choice. I'm not going to say because it's a spoiler, but when he makes the choice to not become what he wanted to become. And that for me was like the most probably like mature choice any Avenger, anyone ever could say, because that's what he wanted.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's what he wanted, and he's like, I'm just going to stay low. Like, what is that? I'm going to stay low to the ground. I was like, I was so blown away by that.
Way for
the next
movies.
Exactly. You know? That blew me. What did you think about that? Without saying it, what did you feel about that moment when he decided not to take that opportunity?
No, that was amazing.
That character development was just phenomenal.
Yeah, with
Iron Man, and
that was really cool.
And the fact that they were they were really gonna do it.
Yeah, they weren't.
They weren't joking.
He said it. He was like, I'm testing, but he didn't really.
That was crazy. Yes. And now then there's another sort of thing after that might happen, and maybe he did do it when they had that thing in his pocket. Remember?
Yeah.
So we'll see if that happens too. Yeah, so that's Spider-Man. Let's go on with Wonder Woman, okay? Sure. This was probably, in my review, because I didn't do a review on it. I want to see what you guys thought about Spider-Man. Please comment, subscribe, put it out there. What you guys thought about Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, I thought was the best DC movie ever that came out.
Ever, wow.
Like,
that's high praise.
Because the character development of and by the way, Gal Gadot, like, you are a beast, okay? You're like, just like, no one mess with her, just ridiculous. She's Wonder Woman, all right? And this is sort of where we're like, maybe like how Wonder Woman and when they were creating Superman and Captain America, obviously Superman has a lot of weaknesses, but what weaknesses does Wonder Woman have? I thought about what? But I do feel like my first question is, what were your thoughts, Phil, on Wonder Woman, and what did you think about it?
Best DC movie since the Dark Knight trilogies.
Yes.
The Dark Knight trilogy.
Yep.
I saw it in 4D in New York City.
4D?
Yes, 4D.
Tell us, how does that work, 4D? How does 4D work?
So you sit down and the seat rumbles and the lights and the strobe lights and the fog and the water and the air in your ears when an arrow goes. It was fun.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was a treat. That was a lot of fun.
So we could do spoilers in this one, right? Because it came out already. So
yeah.
Well, what did you think, sir?
I really liked it. I liked how there was a lot of character development, like you were saying, and you saw her transform into the Wonder Woman. Probably my favorite scene was when they're in the trenches.
Yeah.
And they're like, these men have been in these trenches for 6 years.
It's crazy.
And they've stayed in here for 6 years.
That was crazy.
And then all of a sudden, Wonder Woman gets up, goes over the ladder, over the trench, and all of a sudden,
and just says,
storms.
It's ridiculous.
And
this is ridiculous.
Like looking at this woman, and they're just like, "What the heck is
what is she doing,
this woman?" And they're going crazy, and then all of a sudden, she saves this whole town and everything. Exactly. But then it's really sad because
everyone in that
town eventually dies.
Exactly.
But she was about to save them. And the guy, Chris Evans.
Yep.
That's not Chris Evans. Chris Evans is
Chris Evans is
Chris Pine.
Chris Pine. Yep.
Yeah, Chris Pine.
Star Trek to you, love you, Star Trek. Right.
So Chris Pine actually held her back from saving all those people, which is crazy, but she still loved him in the end, and they still loved each other.
Yeah.
And that was really emotional.
Yeah.
The movie was definitely an emotional movie.
I definitely
there were a couple parts that really really gripped at your heart. So.
Really good. I think number one, Chris Pine. Up to you. Best sidekick ever. Like, there's been good sidekicks, and they were literally just sidekicks. He had his own plot. He had his own purpose. He had his own thing. Really good thing. My main thing was just the lessons that Wonder Woman had to learn. Like, I feel like she came in and she was so naive. She's like, if I just, and this is my asking of you, really, what happened? Like when Ares died, like are they blaming World War I on Ares? Like because everyone just put their weapons down. So was she essentially right? Because remember when she thought she killed Ares, who was a general, the fighting didn't stop. But when she actually killed Ares, the fighting actually stopped. What's your take on that? Do you think he really started World War I, Ares?
Yes and no. It was definitely a fictional universe. It was definitely a fictional world war.
Yeah.
We don't see Nazis in the sense that it's DC's take. So I would say in DC's take, Ares influenced the World War. Absolutely.
Just at least the World War I,
absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it was Ares whispering these lies to all these people and people listening. And
hashtag Satan, right? Seriously.
Yeah, and that's a great point. But that girl that had the mask and everything, she was a big one. She was a big part of Ares' plan.
Yeah.
And
to kill millions.
Yeah.
With
and
the
then
gas.
You see her come up at the end when Ares calls her out, and she's just there. She's a little wretch, just right there, and she's helpless. And I think that is the state of what you see of humans.
Yeah,
kind of.
exactly.
And will you, and what God kind of did for us.
Amen.
You know what I mean? There we were helpless, and we sinned, and we did all that stuff. Exactly. What are you going to do? And Wonder Woman was looking at her, with love, because that's who she is. She's love.
That's right. Now, this is sort of like my observation about the whole love thing in this. What me and Joe were saying when we talked about it, we thought it could be a little bit deeper than just a love thing, but I understand that, guys. I like the whole love thing. My take on it was this, I know they called her the God Killer, but she's actually, so this is sort of a cop-out that I thought they did. So I was like, where are all the other gods? Oh, okay, well, Zeus sort of like basically disappeared. No, but he used the last of his power to hide paradise. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, and then Ares happened to kill all the other gods, right? Yeah. And he was the only one left. So then the God Killer was actually Wonder Woman, right? So then she actually was literally Zeus now, right? Like she's like the daughter of Zeus. So if we go by that genre, let's actually go here. I was thinking the power level of Superman versus Wonder Woman. And this is DC's making a statement here. Wonder Woman blew up like an entire airstrip, right? Airfield.
Yeah.
My man Superman, when he fought against General Zod, the entire metropolis was taken out. So I'm like, they're really putting the power level of Superman up here. I would say
so, yeah.
And the power level of Wonder Woman here. They're still both strong. And she's basically like a god. But Superman's like, what are your thoughts on that?
Superman's definitely coming. I mean, for those of you who have seen, Batman vs. Superman.
Right?
Absolutely, Superman's coming back.
He's
coming back in Justice League.
His little thing when they let's talk about Justice League.
Arguably though, he's the most powerful of all the superheroes.
Let's get more light over here.
Yeah, sure.
Light here, guys. We need to be in the light as God is in the light, and right now we don't have that much light, so we're gonna roll over here, and I'm gonna ask my main man some questions. See, guys, we chop it up with the Bible, we chop up the Word, but we got to chop up comic books, we got to chop up videos, we got to chop it all up. Alright, so, back at it again, JoelVlogs, my boy Phil right here. So we were talking about, what was it? Injustice, right? No,
we were talking about Justice League.
Yeah, Justice League. So, what do you think, my man? Do you think
Justice League is DC's way of catching up to
Marvel. Avengers, right?
And I would hope that they do their own original thing and they don't try to follow the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe thing, because they're not going to come close.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the animal that is the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh my gosh, the MCU.
It's not going to end.
The MCU.
It's not going to end for at least
Well,
15 years.
So I think this is the thing that actually they said
they're gonna go phase 4, phase 5, phase 6.
Disney actually finally allowed. They bought up Marvel Studios, but they let Marvel do their own casting, which is for the first time, and that started with Iron Man. So they started the MCU. So if you guys know the history of that, the MCU started with Iron Man. Then they started putting all the movies together, right? And then DC is like, oh my gosh, like we got to catch up to this. So then if you guys saw 300, if you guys saw, what was it, one with Mr. Manhattan in it?
Oh, that was the Watchmen.
Watchmen. That guy, Zack Snyder, was legendary.
Yeah, Zack Snyder.
So they put Zack Snyder on.
Everything.
They wanted him to do everything. And then recently what happened with his daughter, right? I think his daughter, like, something happened to his family.
Yeah.
And Zack Snyder's no longer on it. And the crazy thing is that the guy who does Avengers is now doing the Justice League. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about
that. Yeah,
that.
so that's the news. Hopefully that's confirmed. If it's wrong, put in the comments. But what I love about it is that it's just how good the writing from a human point of view that the MCU does. And so I think what they're doing opposite. Like instead of doing like all the movies of the single person Avengers or like Justice League, like doing a Flash movie, doing a Batman movie, then doing Justice League, but they're doing Justice League and then individual ones.
Yep.
I think it could still work, but it's not as deep, right?
It's exciting.
Because Wonder Woman is still really good.
Not as excited for the DC side than I am for the Marvel side. Because the Marvel side is way deeper. I've been invested in it more.
Exactly.
Here we have DC, and
that is the investment part.
They're just starting up.
Exactly. What do you want to see now from Justice League? What are the things that you want to see happen, come to fruition, and what is your interpretation of what's going on from the previews?
I'm excited to see Aquaman. I want to see more.
Oh,
of Aquaman.
Jason, what's the guy's name? It's forgot what his name is. Yeah, the dude with the long hair. Yeah,
he's awesome.
I
want to see more.
Stargate Atlantis. I remember you in Stargate Atlantis.
Yeah, he's a really cool dude.
Yeah,
and
he's huge. Dude's huge.
I like Ben Affleck as Batman.
Right? Do you like old man Batman?
Yeah, I like him as Batman. I'm excited to see it. You know, I hope it's good.
Yeah, me too.
You know,
me too.
You know, with what they did with Wonder Woman, if they keep it up, I mean, that would be great. But
yeah,
I mean, if it's another, mixed bag of just,
weirdness.
I don't know.
What'd you think about Batman versus Superman? Oh my gosh.
I knew you were gonna go there.
Yep.
One of my really good friends talked to me, and he was like, I really liked Batman versus Superman. And he told me why. And he told me that, if you look at it, they went from Batman scene to Superman scene to Batman scene to Superman scene, and I didn't look at it that way. I still didn't like it.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. I tried to like it.
I tried to like it.
I really did. I really did. There were certain parts of the movie that I did like.
Yeah.
The Batman fight scenes were top notch.
Yeah.
Top notch. It felt like I was watching a real life iteration of the Arkham video games.
Yes.
And I was just like, yes, this is so cool. Batman coming in, the noises and everything. It was great.
And old man Batman who has no regard if you die or live, right?
Yeah.
They counted how many people he actually killed.
Yes.
Was more people than the Dark Knight or more than what who's the guy who played Batman in all three of them?
No, that's Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. More people than Christian Bale killed in the entire movie.
Yeah.
Was in that one, I think, 2 fight scenes that he did in the warehouse.
Yeah, that was
to rescue Martha.
That was very controversial.
Yes.
It was definitely a comic book movie, though.
Yes.
There was a lot of really cool comic book stuff in there if you paid attention. The way Batman was, on the building, stuff like that. Very, very comic book.
Was there...
I really like that.
Too much to try to fit in. Like, they should have just threw Doomsday in there.
It was complicated. That's the whole thing about it. The story was complicated.
Exactly.
And they were trying too hard. They were trying too hard to tell this complicated story. I needed a simple story.
Exactly.
I needed complicated, complex characters, but a simple story.
That's exactly what people are saying. It's like,
I would have gone.
Civil War had how many heroes in it? How many?
A lot.
A lot. And I knew exactly what was going on. Like, I knew the story.
It was a simple story.
It was the writing was very simple.
Yeah.
Everything was simple.
The Russo brothers. Yeah.
The Russo brothers. And I think that the difference has been the writing. Like, I really feel... Because you have heroes and characters that have been established in best-selling books, comic books, for a long time, right?
Yeah.
For a long time. So... DC, just get your writing down. Get your writing down.
Yeah.
Get your stuff down, and please get that simple. Please have one theme, simple storyline.
You know,
like Lord of the Rings. Get that ring to
get the backstory of these characters. Simple, simple stories.
Yes. So let's chop up not Batman vs Superman, the trailer that we've seen for Justice League. What do you think is going on? They say the army's already here. Yeah. Wonder Woman says. We saw it. Break down the trailer. What do you think?
Well, obviously, pointing from the end of Batman vs Superman was the lead-in. Batman is recruiting.
Yes.
He's going to be the captain in the movie. He's definitely going to be the captain.
Captain America, a.k.a. Captain America,
definitely
right?
going to be Captain America.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's going to be in the middle or the end, but Superman's definitely coming back. He's making an appearance. He's going.
I heard it's not going to be until the second movie.
I don't know. I feel like there's going to be some sort of hint. I mean, all you see on the internet, of Superman, all that stuff.
Yep.
I feel like there's going to be something. There's going to be some sort of...
Let's theory craft. Yeah, theory crafting. Yeah. Theory crafting. Yep.
Yeah.
What do you think? What else?
And, I don't think there's going to be that many crazy reveals. I think what you're going to get is you're going to get the villain,
Who's the villain going to be?
I don't know. I don't know too much
about
you don't know?
Oh, I know. I'll tell you, yeah.
This guy does.
Yeah.
But, I think
theory craft.
you're going to get what you get from the trailer. I mean, it's Justice League. It's people.
So, this is sort of what we've been talking about here, and if this works out, it's cool. But then on the other side, it's like, come on, we've seen that too. So, we know about the mother boxes, right? The mother boxes actually are the things that are powerful relics, or they're things that can go in between dimensions. So with that being in the dimensions, it's almost, this is good and bad, Phil. It's almost like the gauntlet. It's like, come on. But it's only 3 of them. So there's 3 what they call mother boxes, and what they're used to actually teleport from world to world. So there's one they said the Amazonians have one, Atlantis has another one, and then Cyborg, who we saw in the preview, he gets actually fused with another one. So they meet Cyborg, and then they have Flash, they have all this stuff, and
I don't know about any of this.
They find out that actually the armies of Darkseid came against Earth a long time ago. And that's when Wonder Woman talks about, I never thought the Age of Heroes would be around, because that's why the gods and Atlantis and all that stuff, that's why the gods sent these people down to Earth to defend against Darkseid, right?
I don't know about it.
So that's when they gave them the mother boxes. The mother boxes were left on Earth, and now they're in the possession of the Atlanteans, the humans, and the Amazonians. Steppenwolf actually is the main general for Darkseid. Now, Darkseid, if you guys don't know, Darkseid is like Thanos in the MCU. He's a benevolent ruler. He's just like Thanos. He's actually in love with death. It's called the anti-life equation. And he's the only guy who can just 1v1 Superman, straight up 1v1 him. So what they're trying to do is get rid of the champion. So I'm going to go take a long route around this. I know we're up to 28 minutes here, guys. I don't mind if you guys skip through the video at all, but this part is huge. And that in the scene where in Batman vs Superman, where Flash comes back in time, and he says, "I'm too late." He's like, "Remember, Lois, the key is Lois." And so what happens in the normal timeline, so if you put 1 timeline, 2 timeline, in the normal timeline, what happens is that eventually, because Darkseid actually, the main agent of Darkseid is, who's the main antagonist in Batman vs Superman? The white guy? Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
So Lex Luthor is crazy, because they wanted to make him almost like a smart version of Tony Stark, or a smart version, evil version, and he's just so smart that he creates a creature that can actually kill Earth's champion, who is Superman. So, because Darkseid wants to rule the Earth, he's like, okay, the Superman guy, so that's where Lex Luthor says the bell is ringing. Ring, 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 ring. He's coming. That's what they mean as Darkseid. So, if you remember the very end scenes of Batman versus Superman, they're actually like, he's talking about Darkseid, right? The devil basically coming to Earth. So if that happens, he's already there. So Steppenwolf is actually his main general. And that's what they said, that's the main guy that they go against. And Steppenwolf is the guy actually in the deleted scene of Batman vs Superman. He's the guy where Lex Luthor is at the computer, or the Kryptonian computer, which if you remember in Man of Steel, the Kryptonian computer is the one that has information about the entire universe. So, yeah, right? It feels like, oh, this guy's really a geek. Guys, I love comic books, and I love the movies. So in it, you see, actually, there's a picture of him holding 3 boxes. And these 3 boxes are the 3 mother boxes. And the 3 mother boxes have to be found, they have to be destroyed, but Cyborg merges with one of them. So eventually Darkseid's almost like Vision is going to go after Cyborg. So we'll see how that works. But they eventually fight against Darkseid and Steppenwolf. So this is sort of like, to go back to what I was saying, the timelines when the Flash. So there's one timeline when the Justice League does not exist. Because when Flash goes back in time, he said, get them all together. Get everyone together. Lois is the key. Lois is the key. So if you slow it down, you look at the subtitles. So first, they have to save Lois, right? Because if Lois dies, this is where the timeline where Superman goes insane. Superman goes insane, and then when Darkseid comes, he recruits Superman to be his lieutenant. So that's why you actually have, in the dream sequence, when Batman is actually sitting down and there's people coming in, you saw the soldiers, they kill his friends, right? But then you see the soldiers when like the parademons come down. Those are parademons, and then you see Superman just kill everyone. He becomes the second in command for Darkseid, and they're justifying this, and this is what makes it so complicated, because of his grief of losing Lois, he loses his humanity. Or Martha or Lois die, right? One of those dies, and so they save him, and then this is a crazy. I know, this is what makes it so complicated. This is the theory crafting here, is that because of the Flash going back in time, now the Justice League is formed. And that's when that's when Batman says, I gotta get them all together because of the fight. So in the parallel universe, if Flash would have not gone back in time, and in that short dream sequence wouldn't have told Batman, hey, like, please get us all together so we can fight against Darkseid, Darkseid easily takes over the planet because there's no Justice League. There's no heroes now. Now they're united.
Oh wow!
And now they're together. Wow. So this timeline. So because of the Flash coming back, he forms the Justice League through just telling Bruce Wayne to form them. So if you guys saw actually, so how does he know? How does he get the files on the special people? Well, guys, remember Suicide Squad? Amanda Waller formed her own Justice League of the bad guys, right? Of the Patsies, of Deadshot, Harley Quinn. She tried it her way, but then I remember the scenes of Suicide Squad, how Bruce Wayne walks in, he says, I want all your files. I know what you've been doing. And then she tells him, remember, she's like, did you see Suicide Squad?
Yes, I saw Suicide Squad.
She tells him, hey, don't get too tired out at night, late at night. So she knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman, but then Batman knows, hey, like, you've been doing illegal stuff, Amanda Waller. So don't even, he's like, let me try it my way. And that's now Justice League coming up. So that's how they find out all the files. So you wonder, hey, how did Batman know all the files? Because he got it from Suicide Squad from Amanda Waller. So this is the reason why this is so complicated, because you have to watch a bazillion videos, right, Phil, on YouTube to connect the dots. And that's why if you never even, and I've read comic books my entire life, if you don't know the backstory, it's not clear. So let's actually compare it to the MCU. Yo, my wife who's here didn't grow up with comic books. She knew exactly what was going on. DC, what are you doing? Like, I shouldn't have to explain in a video exactly what you're trying to do, what you should clearly be doing, because you're making $100,000, all right? Back to you, Phil. All right.
No, it makes sense because, you know, in terms of being user-friendly, it's not. It's just taking care of the fan base. That is
making money off of the fan base.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, grow your fan base. And,
yeah.
You know, yeah. That's tough.
But we will still go see it.
Yeah, obviously.
I'm still a fan. This is not a paid advertisement. So if you guys can fast forward through it, look through it, but I'm only at 10% better. I'm gonna keep on talking to my boy Phil. Because I'm not doing it just because of the vlog. Because I'm doing it because this is my boy right here. This is the man. Any last comments, any last things you want to say to them out there in the YouTube world?
Cheerwine, it's amazing. It's the best drink ever.
Cheerwine, yes.
Yeah, I live in New York, but this is the best drink ever. It's from the Carolinas.
Yes. So, I'm about to drink.
Cheerwine.
Yeah, go Cheerwine. Guys, remember, like, comment, subscribe. That was my boy Phil. We with Catherine here. We in it to win it. We love it. Yo, it's like, I don't even know what time it is. It don't matter what time it is, because we're with family, when we're with friends, you have a good time, you comment, you subscribe.